Thank you for joining us on Business Now. My name is Uchechukwu Onodu. The federal government of Nigeria has approved the concession of the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, and the Mallam Aminu Kano International Airport, Kano, for 20 and 30 years respectively. This came as the federal government looks to generate 368.8 billion naira as concession fees and taxes from the concessionaire Corporación America Airports. The Minister of Aviation, Hadi Sirika, while speaking with State House correspondents after this week's Federal Executive Council meeting presided over by President Muhammadu Buhari, said the money put together is about $800 million, which also equals what was borrowed to build the 4 airports. Sirika said Wednesday's approval was part of the ministry's roadmap aimed at putting the nation's assets under concession rather than privatization. In a similar development, the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency has said that Nigeria was lagging in maritime tourism compared to other global economies. The Director General of the agency, Bashir Jamo, stated this at the 6th National Tourism Transportation Summit and Expo organized by the Institute for Tourism Professionals of Nigeria in collaboration with the Ministry of Transportation, Aviation, Information and Culture in Abuja. At the event, which was themed Tourism and the Development of Nigeria's Blue Economy, Jamo commended the organizers of the event, saying that a well-managed tourism sector can contribute to sustainable development, which must not necessarily involve huge materials and human capital. The Nigerian Shippers Council said it saved a whopping 2.7 billion naira between 2020 to 2022. The council, in its newsletter called Complaint Newsletter, a periodic publication of the agency, said the fund could have been lost to shipping companies and terminal operators through demurrage and among others. The council in the publication said during the period under review, it recorded a total of 1,727 complaints. Giving a breakdown of the figures, it says that 2021 had the highest figure of complaints by shippers, with 666 cases handled and 2.5 billion naira recovered on behalf of the trading public in the year. Meanwhile, the Port Economic Regulator said it observed that despite the decrease in the volume of cargoes in the country's seaports, demurrage and detention remained high. It also urged importers and exporters to ensure that they engage professional logistics service providers to handle the clearing and delivery processes of their cargoes, to ensure that all containers are returned promptly without accruing demurrage or detention charges. Still in the news, the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority has called on industries in the country, particularly large consumers of petroleum products, to transit from diesel to gas. The agency's chief executive, Farouk Ahmed, made the call at a one-day stakeholders engagement on gas utilization in Nigeria held in Kano. Ahmed, who was represented by the Executive Director, Distribution Systems, Storage and Retailing Infrastructure, Mr. Obugo Ukoha, said there was an urgent need for large consumers of diesel to embrace the use of gas, which has been designated as the country's transition fuel. He noted that it was in this regard that the federal government had put in place various initiatives and policy frameworks, including the National Natural Gas Expansion Program and the Decade Gas Expansion Program. Moving on, the Central Bank of Nigeria has partnered with Benson Idahosa University, Benin, Edo State, to deepen adoption of e-Naira as a payment system and medium of exchange. The bank's branch controller, Benin, Michael Mbeze, stated this during a 3-day training of students of the institution on the application of e-Naira. Mbeze said the e-Naira, just like the physical Naira, was also an official legal tender of the country and hoped it would provide a platform to drive the digital economy of the country. One of the trainers, Wampa Izuchukwu, said the CBN was trying to start an ecosystem using the youth to drive and spread it across the country. He noted that the training would make it easier for the students to create awareness since they lived within the ecosystem, adding that it was faster and cheaper to use students as ambassadors to drive the policy.